Turnbull here. Tonight I want to read an excerpt from my newest book, Jupiter 4. The name of this chapter is In Search of Ancient Astronauts. I followed Jackie through the airlock-style double doorway and into a round room about 10 meters across. Spaced evenly around the circular room were 3 bench-like structures protruding from the wall. 2 other doorways are located in the wall opposite the entrance. Dr. Sharma stood near one of the benches. I've seen pictures and virtual vids of this place, but the real thing is still the real thing, isn't it? So it is, Augie. I can't tell you how glad we all are to have you here safe and sound. I understand you are more than a little responsible for that, Captain LeCarte. Maybe a little. I just did what any pilot would. Yes, just any old average super ace jet jockey with nerves of steel and lightning reflexes. Don't let her kid you, Dr. Sharma. She's tops by my reckoning. Okay, guys, compliment accepted. Thank you and thank you again. Jackie blushed visibly. Now, Dr. Sharma, please explain to this country girl what this place is. I honestly don't know, young lady. They didn't leave any pictures of themselves, and anything that wasn't nailed down was taken by old T.A. Scott when he visited here in 1956. Excuse me if it takes me a minute to get a hold of this. I've always known for sure, mind you, that the story of this place and T.A. Scott was a hoax. No different from all the other UFO myths and hoaxes that have been floating around since who knows when. Now I'm confronted with evidence my own eyes can see that what I thought was true was actually wrong. Please let me get my bearings. I want to show you both something. Dr. Sharma had a small device in his hand about the size of a handset phone. He pushed a button and the room filled with glowing images of stars, nebulae, and stellar objects. The overall pattern of the images was unfamiliar. This sure looks different in person than it did on virtual vid, I remarked. Yes, doesn't it? I've never seen any of it before. What are we looking at? Jackie asked. Watch, Captain LeCarte. Almost imperceptibly, the points of light began to move. They slowly formed into a disk with a large glowing hub and 2 spiral arms that radiated out from its edges. The image was tilted toward us such that we had a perspective view. After many minutes, the shape was recognizable as a galaxy. It's a holographic image of a spiral galaxy like ours, Jackie said. Where's the projector? I don't know. As best I can tell, it's coming from this whole structure. What does that thing in your hand do? Isn't that the control? Jackie asked. There is no control. This just emits a very low energy long wave radio transmission at a single frequency in all directions. When it's on, the image forms. I discovered it by accident 25 years ago. How did you get the projection to change from that chaotic mess into an image of the Milky Way? I asked. I didn't. I don't believe that mess, as you called it, is what it appears to be. I believe that's how the people who built this place saw the Milky Way. Then somehow it has changed into how we see it. Honestly, Augie, to this day, I'm not sure we are actually seeing this with our eyes. We may be only seeing it in our brains. This is wild, Jackie exclaimed. What are those green spots scattered around? Dr. Sharma thinks they mark locations of other outposts like this one. I had seen the virtual vids of the star map when we were doing the research for the drive. Notice how they're all located in the annulus of the galactic habitable zone, he asked. You mean the washer-shaped ring around the Milky Way where there's enough metal for Earth-like planets to form, yet not so much high-energy radiation and so forth that it would kill off the life forms? Jackie knew her stuff, all right. That's it, Captain. Now keep watching. The image gradually grew and rotated until it appeared as though we were looking straight down on it. Then it came closer until it exceeded the size of the room. Soon we were looking at only one section of the ring. Several of the green spots were located on stars in the ring. The image got larger. After what seemed like hours, we were looking down at the star on a star system with planets. As it grew, the inner planets resolved more distinctly, and two of them, the third and the fourth out from the star, had green spots on them. That's our own solar system. But there are two of those spots. One is on Earth. Those are pretty good pictures, by the way. She said this as the features of the various planetary systems resolved more clearly. I don't think they are pictures, Captain. What are they then? I think we're looking with our minds, but looking nonetheless at the actual solar system right at this moment. The planets are sure in the right places. I got out my phone and pulled up the solar system on the web. Jupiter's Galilean moons are correct for this date and time. Back last year when you first showed me a recording of this thing, I'd assumed this to be just a fancy 3D video projection of some kind until you suggested that it was an actual image of real-time events. That's when the light went on for me. Let me get this straight. You guys are telling me that we are actually looking at the solar system from some point above it? Then that means we were looking at the Milky Way from thousands of light years away just a few minutes ago. How can that be? That was my question when Dr. Sharma first mentioned his suspicions. Answering those questions, at least some of them, led to the interval drive. It's what made me realize that Tehut's fifth dimension really existed and wasn't just another mathematical parlor trick. Mathematics is not a parlor trick, Augie, Sharma rejoined. Sorry, sir, we can save that argument for another day. But you're right to ask that question, Jackie, because it's at the heart of the issue. Once you know this thing can work and have vantage points thousands of light years apart almost simultaneously, you know that the old cosmic speed limit is out the window. Then it's just a practical problem of figuring out how to do it. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If the subject matter interests you, go to my website at www.dougturnbull.com for more information. Thank you.